All right, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to talk about Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman's pick for the winner of Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, and get into a little bit about why I think that is, and also the odds for the fight have been shifting in the UK, or actually in Europe. So let's talk about those things in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. Let's get to it. Manny Pacquiao, who knows a thing or two about boxing, gives his prediction on the fight with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, and so does Keith one-time Thurman. Now, there's been a lot of people that have been giving their thoughts about the fight and who they think is going to win. This is a really big fight, so that is happening more and more the closer we get to the fight. There's people saying that Tyson Fury is going to win. People saying that Deontay Wilder is going to win. And it seems as if the predictions from the fight are pretty much split, right down the middle. But it seems to me that there's a heavy amount of people picking Tyson Fury who prefer the boxer. And then you have other guys that picking Deontay Wilder that pick the guy that really has a knockout power. Of the particular people we're talking about here, Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman, they're leaning towards Deontay Wilder by knockout. So what is the logic? Let's get to the logic behind Manny Pacquiao's. Manny Pacquiao said some interesting things that he said that Manny Pacquiao said that Deontay Wilder reminds him of a Mike Tyson. And, the thing with Mike Tyson was that whenever he clips you, he can get you out of there. And that's something that is also, I think, that Manny Pacquiao, because of the way that Manny Pacquiao fights, he appreciates that in himself as well, because Manny Pacquiao is somebody that has tremendous power in his left hand. Now, if you recall early on in the career for Manny Pacquiao, they were saying pretty much about his power the same thing that people now are saying about Deontay Wilder. What they were saying about Manny Pacquiao early in his career was that, yeah, he's a very hard puncher, but he was really just a one-handed puncher. He can really only land. He only really has really good power in the left hand. So they were working really hard on trying to get his jab, trying to get his right hand, which is his jab, the lead hand, more powerful. And, it never really got to the point where he developed like knockout power in his right hand. But like Deontay Wilder, he's a guy that has a lot of power in one hand and has the ability to stop a fight or hurt somebody at any given time. And, in his power and his awkwardness that pulls out the fight. So when he says that Deontay Wilder reminds him of Manny Pacquiao, of Mike Tyson, I also think that he probably thinks about it also with the way that Manny Pacquiao himself fights, because Manny Pacquiao is the type of dude that can cause anybody a lot of damage if he can really land some flush shots on you, man. Definitely in the weight classes. When he was at lightweight, when he's at 140 pounds, when he got up to 147 pounds, that might have waned a little bit, but not so much so that, you still can't say that's the case. When you saw him fight Keith Thurman, you saw that same thing, man. Keith Thurman, man, he hit that dude with that body shot and he almost buckled him. He also said some things about Tyson Fury and what he saw in Tyson Fury, where Tyson Fury seemed as if he was a little nervous going into the fight. And that's going to be a very interesting dynamic to this fight, is how is Tyson Fury really dealing with the fact that Deontay, he knows. There's a lot of unknowns, right? There's known knowns, known unknowns, and unknown unknowns. Man, that's a line from the Boondocks. But with Deontay, one of the known knowns is that if Deontay Wilder lands flush on him, that he can get Tyson Fury out of there. It's not a situation where he does not have the power to hurt. He does not have the power to hurt Tyson Fury. That is a guaranteed thing. Now, Tyson Fury saying that he's going to come at Deontay Wilder, that's a question mark about whether or not Tyson Fury really has the power to knock out Deontay Wilder. I was watching something where I didn't see the whole breakdown for Andre Ward, but Andre Ward said that he saw a right hand land for Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder's leg moved back. And that is how he said how the legs tell on a fighter. And he said Deontay Wilder moved his leg back. When he said that, I was like, I thought that I was going to see his knees buckle or something like that. But the fact that he got pushed back, that I don't know if that means that he got hurt or he got buzzed, or if the guy hit him hard enough to literally knock him back where it was more of a shove. But I didn't see his head get moved. I didn't see him having any real reaction to the punch. But then again, in credit to benefit of the doubt to Andre Ward, there was only a really short clip of what he said in that. But regardless, that was Manny Pacquiao's take on it. Keith Thurman pretty much is saying that he's picking, or the most relevant thing about what Keith Thurman said was he referred to the fights that Deontay Wilder has had since the last Tyson Fury fight. Specifically what he said was, he's like, Deontay Wilder's already been in the ring with Tyson Fury, so he knows the speed of Tyson Fury's punches. He knows the movement of Tyson Fury. He knows how he likes to move. He's already been in the ring with him 12 rounds. And he said that Deontay Wilder, if he throws a straight right hand right down the pike, is going to be able to get to Tyson Fury. Now, if you recall, in the first fight with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, a lot of the punches, and even the punches that he knocked Tyson Fury down with, were looping right hands that came kind of wide, like a wide looping right hand, and then he would come with a looping left hand behind it. And he wound up in round 12. Actually, he wound up in round 9 hitting him with one of those, breezing the top of his head, but it was more in close. And then in round 12, when he connected him with that overhand right hand, and then caught him with a left hook on the way down. Those are a different type of knockout than what you saw in Deontay Wilder's last 2 fights. And quite honestly, I don't recall seeing Deontay Wilder throw a wide right hand in his last 2 fights. The fight before last was the Dominic Breazeale fight. In the Dominic Breazeale's fight, Deontay Wilder, he did throw kind of like a fake hooking one. And where Dominic Breazeale caught it on his gloves, and then after he caught it on his glove once, he came right down the middle because he was protecting it here. And then Deontay Wilder came straight with it. And you definitely saw that happen with Luis Ortiz, where Deontay Wilder on the southpaw too, which is puts him a little bit further away. But you saw Deontay Wilder throwing the looping, not committing to a looping punch, but throwing it a little bit wide to the side of his head, and Luis Ortiz catching it, and then he caught it, and then he came in between. He tried to catch it here again, and that one was boom, flush, and it was nighty night. So that is what Keith Thurman was referring to when Keith Thurman said that he sees Deontay Wilder he's talking about making adjustments. So where Manny Pacquiao saying that he appreciates the guy Deontay Wilder's power and is giving a favor to a guy, in his favor in the guy that has the knockout power over a guy that he's already proven he could hurt, and pointing to the nervousness of Tyson Fury, what he considered to be a bit of nervousness from Tyson Fury. And I can say that I've saw that a little bit too. Don't see as much animation and much arrogance or talking to Deontay Wilder as you saw the first time. And if he was like that, hey man, he's legitimately crazy, because this dude really can hurt you. And then Keith Thurman talking more about the adjustments that he's seen Deontay Wilder making the 2 fights in between. Now, my personal take on it is this. People have asked me what I think is going to happen in the fight, and I'm always very hesitant to say what I think is going to happen in the fight. I think that it's going to be probably something that people don't expect. I think that the most likely outcome for me is a decision win for Deontay Wilder. And the reason why I say that is I think that Deontay Wilder is going to make adjustments in the first 5 rounds and be more aggressive. And and by that, I mean, not be wildly aggressive, but I think he's going to land more jabs to the chest, more straight jabs up top. He's going to work with all that feinting and all that stuff that Tyson Fury does because he's seen it before and because he's the guy most likely that's going to be coming forward. And if he's coming forward and throwing punches that land on the chest, land on the hips and all that, he's going to score points. And I think Tyson, especially if he doubles up the jab, because I think that's going to keep Tyson Fury's hands at home versus the last fight where Deontay Wilder would throw a jab and that would be it. And then Tyson Fury could throw two. I think that Deontay Wilder can and most likely will make those adjustments. And I see Tyson Fury very, very, very much being very insistent on staying away from getting hit with that right hand, which is going to make him some more susceptible to the jabs to the body, straight rights to the body. And also Deontay and Tyson Fury is going to be protecting that left eye a good bit. So it's like Tyson Fury is going to have to really protect his head on the left side and the right side. So I think a lot of that is going to open up the body for Deontay Wilder and he'll be able to take advantage of it. There's also political things around it where I would say that, Deontay Wilder is the more reliable guy. It's in the United States. He really is the guy that's star and brand is growing. So a lot of those things point to Deontay Wilder, but I will say it again, Tyson Fury definitely has, he has a chance to win the fight. I'm not saying this is something where, because Tyson Fury's like no chance to win, because I think that he does. He's a very good fighter, man. I'm looking forward to a good fight. You let me know what you think in the comment section. With that, I'm out. Peace.